Hello, my name is Melissa Fowlkes. I'm a third grade teacher at Scotten School, and I'm proud to say this is my 15th year doing Saluting New Readers. And I hope you enjoy my third grade class with their reading this year.
Hi, my name is Aiden Browning. I'm going to be reading Christmas in Camelot. Chapter 1, A Royal Invitation. Sunlight had faded from the late afternoon sky. Puffy snow clouds were moving in. "Let's hurry, I'm cold," said Jack. He and Annie were walking home from school. Their Christmas vacation was just beginning. "Coo-coo!" "Wait," said Annie. "Look," she pointed to a white bird sitting on a bare tree branch at the end of the woods. The bird was staring right at them. "It's a dove," said Jack. "It's a messenger," said Annie, "from Morgan." "No," said Jack said, afraid to get his hopes up. They hadn't seen Morgan Le Fay in a long time. He really missed her. "Yes," said Annie. "She has a mission for us. I can feel it." In the hush of the cold twilight, the dove spread its wings and flew into the Frog Creek woods. "Come on," said Annie. "The treehouse is back." "You're just hoping," said Jack. "I'm knowing," said Annie. She ran into the woods following the white dove. "Oh, brother," said Jack, but he took after Annie. Even in the growing darkness, they easily found their way. They zigzagged between the bare trees and ran over the frozen ground until they came to the tallest oak in the woods. "See?" said Annie, pointing to the top of the tree. "Yeah," whispered Jack. There it was, the magic tree house. "Morgan!" shouted Annie. Jack held his breath, waiting to see the enchantress, waiting to see the treehouse widow. Thank you for listening to me read.
Hello, my name is Emily and I'll be reading the book called Penguins. Antarctica, where the South Pole lies, is the coolest place on Earth. Below freezing temperatures keep most of the land under thick layers of ice all year long. Not many animals can live in this colder climate. Most live in the sea and along the shore. Whales, seals, and penguins live here. Penguins are birds with webbed feet and short wings, which they use for swimming. They cannot fly, and they walk with funny-looking waddles. But in the water, their flipper-like wings and webbed feet make them graceful swimmers and divers. Penguins seem to swim for the fun of it, but they spend a lot of time in the water hunting for fish and sea life to eat. There are many kinds of penguins. Some live only in Antarctica. Others live in New Zealand, Australia, South America, and the Galapagos Island off the coast of Ecuador in South America. These are Adelie penguins. They are very playful. They love to go sledding on their stomachs. But they have to look out for danger. Enemies like the leopard seal hunt penguins for food. During the mating season, hundreds of Adelie penguins gather on shore in breeding places called rookeries. This is where they will have their young. Once a male Adelie has built a nest with little pebbles, he is ready for his mate to arrive. Both the male and female take turns keeping the egg warm until they hatch. Emperor penguins have different mating habits. They form rookeries on the frozen sea, and they don't build nests for their eggs. Thank you for listening to me read. Hi, my name is Faith. I'm going to be reading Verde. On a small tropical island, the sun rose high above the steamy jungle. A mother python was sending her hatchlings out into the forest the way all mother pythons do. Grew up big and yellow, green as the tree's leaves, she called to her little yellow babies as they happily scattered among the trees. Verde dawdled. He was proudly eyeing his bright yellow skin. He especially liked the bold stripes that zigzagged down his back. Why the hurry to grow up big and green, he wondered. Maybe some of the older snakes in the jungle could tell him. Verde ventured into the treetops to look for them. Umbles, Aggie, and Ribbon were lazying on some branches nearby. Verde peered at their droopy green bodies. It's not polite to stare, chitted at Aggie. Umbles burped and groaned. It's taken nearly 4 weeks for that last lizard to digest. I surely do like lizards, but lizards don't like me. Why don't lizards like you? Asked Verde. Don't interrupt, Umbles grumped. Dear me, whined Aggie. If I don't shed soon, this itchy skin will drive me bananas. Verde tapped a tune with his tail as he waited to speak. Stop that, Verde. It makes me nervous, Ribbon complained. Besides, you'll never grow up to be properly green, always interrupting and constantly fidgeting. Verde couldn't imagine being in such a hurry to be like them, and he really wanted to keep his sporty stripes. Hoping to find snakes that weren't so boring, Verde slipped away. Dozer was snoring in a tree not far from the others. Hello, said Verde. Do you want to climb some trees with me? I'm tired, Dozer growled. Go do a few laps around the jungle. Thank you for listening to me read.
My name is Alyssa, and I'll be reading Dilly's Big Sister Diary. Dear Dilly, by now Daddy has told you that your brother Matthew was born last night. Isn't that exciting news? Daddy thinks he looks a lot like Aunt Betty. I'm giving you this diary as a big sister present so you can write down your feelings. You can write down interesting things about Matthew too. Even though you will be coming to visit us in the hospital tomorrow, I'll send this home with Daddy so you can start using it right away. Love, Mom. P.S. You will be a wonderful big sister. P.P.S. Here's a kiss for you. I have never heard of P.P.S. Did they just invent it? Dilly's Big Sister Diary. Don't you dare peek. Keep out or else. It feels like I'm going to starve to death. That's how it feels. People keep stopping by to bring us food they made. Dad is all excited because he loves eating and he hates cooking. But every single one of these casseroles things is stuck together with disgusting cheese. If there's one thing I hate, it's cheese. I could gag just writing the word cheese. Only Mom knows how to make food I really like. I miss Mom. I can't wait to see her tomorrow. And I am going to sleep in her nightgown. It smells like her. Here you are, my precious darling, food that you really like. Oh, thank you, Mother. You always know what I like to eat. Unlike some people who don't even care that I hate cheese. Note Mom taped to bathroom mirror the night she went to the hospital. The next time we see each other, you will be a big sister, Mom. Dad and I just got back from the hospital. This is what Mom's rooms look like. FYI, well, Matthew definitely not what I wanted. Thank you for listening to me read.
My name is Dana, and I'm going to be reading Bad Kitty by Nick Bruhl. She wasn't always a bad kitty. She used to be a good kitty until one day, Oh dear, we're all out of food for the kitty. All we have are some healthy and delicious asparagus, beets, cauliflower, dill, eggplants, fennel, garlic, horseradish, iceberg lettuce, jalapenos, kidney beans, leeks, mushrooms, navy beans, onions, parsnips, squashes, radishes, spinach, tomatoes, rhubarb, vegetable stew, guava, yams, and zucchini. Kitty was not happy at all. That's when she decided she would be a bad kitty, but not just any bad kitty. A very, very bad, bad, bad kitty. She ate my homework, bit Grandma, clawed the curtains, damaged the dishes, endangered the goldfish, flooded the bathroom, grappled with our guests, hurled hairballs at our heads, irritated the baby, jumped on the bed, knocked over the lamp, loitered, no loitering, was mean to my mommy, was nasty to Daddy's neckties, overturned her cat box, plotted against us, quarreled with our neighbor, ruined the rug, sold my toys, tormented a little mouse, untied my shoes, was violent with the vet, wrote on the walls, expanded my diary, yelled all night, and zeroed with the zinnias. What a bad kitty. What a very, very bad, bad, bad kitty. But then, I'm back from the grocery store. Look at all the good food I bought for Kitty. We have an assortment of anchovies, buffalo burrito, chicken cheesecake, a donkey named Dave, elephant eggs, fried flies, goose goulash, hippo hamburger, insect ice cream, jellyfish jelly, kangaroo kidney pie, lizard linguine, moose a la mode, nightingale nuggets, an order of opossum penguin pizza, quail quiche, rhino ravioli, shark sushi, turtle turnovers, Uncle Murray, who? A variety of vultures, whale waffles, and excessive Tyrannosaurus Rex, yak yogurt, and big zebra ziti. Now Kitty was very happy. Very, very happy. She decided that from now on she would be a good kitty, but not just any good kitty. A very, very good kitty. She apologized to Grandma, bought me new toys, cleaned her cat box, drove me to school. Thank you for listening to me read.
My name is Joey Edmund Ruan Wasovich, and I will be reading Rumble in the Jungle. My name is Geronimo. Help, dear rodent friends. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Stilton. Geronimo Stilton. I'm so sorry to introduce myself in such a rude way. I'm usually a calm and peaceful rodent with a calm and peaceful desk. Help! Job in a calm and peaceful office in New Mouse City, the capital of Mouse Island. You're probably wondering why I'm such a calm and peaceful mouse is holding on to the dear life of a speeding all-terrain vehicle zooming through a Brazilian rainforest. Actually, I'm asking myself the same thing. For the love of all cheesy. What am I doing? The rainforest is full of dangerous animals. I am surrounded by untamed nature. What was I thinking? As you might have guessed, I'm in the middle of one of my incredible adventures. It started any evening like any other evening. Hello from Brazil. It was a peaceful evening and I was relaxing at home. I sprawled up on my favorite paw chair next to the fireplace, sipping a cup of hot chocolate. I put on my cozy slippers and the new yellow robe my Aunt Sweaterfur had given me. I was listening to classical music, checking my email on my computer. Suddenly, a new message popped up on my screen. Who could it be from? When I opened the email, thank you for listening to me read.
Hello, my name is Maddy Delago, and I'm going to read Two Bad Mice. Once upon a time, there was a beautiful dollhouse. It was red brick with white framed windows. It had real curtains and a moving front door and a chimney. The dollhouse belonged to dolls named Lucinda and Jane. They never did any cooking because they bought ready-made dinners. There were 2 red lobsters and a ham, a fish, some pears and oranges, and a dessert. The food would not come off the plates, but it was very beautiful. One morning, Lucinda and Jane went for a drive in the doll buggy. There was no one in the playroom, and it was very quiet. Before long, there was a scuffling, scratching noise from the corner of the room, where there was a small hole in the wall. Tom Thumb popped his little head out for a moment, and popped it in again. Tom Thumb was a mouse. A minute later, Hunka Munka, his wife, popped her head out. When she saw that there was no one in the playroom, she joined Tom. At once, little Tom Thumb and Hunka Munka went cautiously to the dollhouse. Together, they pushed open the front door. The 2 bad mice went inside there, where they climbed the stairs and peeped into the dining room. Then they squeaked for joy. Such a lovely dinner was laid out on the table. There were tin spoons and forks and lead knives set on a white tablecloth. There were 2 doll chairs. Everything was just the right size for a mice. Thank you for listening to me read.
Hello, my name is Skyler James, and I will be reading Things That Are Missing in the World. The wiggliest thing in the world is a snake ice skating. The silliest thing in the world is a chicken in a frog costume. The quietest thing in the world is a worm chewing peanut butter. The prickliest thing in the world is the inside of a pincushion. The hottest thing in the world is a fire-breathing dragon eating a pepperoni pizza. The oddest thing in the world is an ant windsurfing in a bowl full of pea soup. The tiniest thing in the world is a newborn flea. The longest thing in the world is what you have if you tied every single strand of spaghetti together end to end. The jumpiest thing in the world is 2,222 frogs on a trampoline. The smelliest thing in the world is a skunk's convention. The stickiest thing in the world is a 4,000-pound wad of bubble gum. The heaviest thing in the world is a Tyrannosaurus Rex weighing himself. And the highest thing in the world is the very top of the sky. The coolest thing is Antarctica. Thank you for listening to me read.
Hello, my name is Angelina Hiskett, and I will be reading Dog and Cat. Will you be my friend? No. Why not? Because I'm a cat and you are a dog. So what? Cats and dogs can never be friends. Never, never, never. Why never? Because why? Because that's the way it is with all cats and dogs. We aren't just cats and dogs. We're us, and we can be friends. I like you, cat. Please be my friend. Okay. We'll be friends. Thank you for listening to me read.
My name is Jessica, and I'm going to be reading Who is Melvin Bubble?
This is Melvin Bubble. Hello. But who is Melvin Bubble? I don't know. Let's ask. His dad, Melvin. He's a real chip off the old block. Smart, handsome, popular, a great athlete. Now that I think about it, he's just like me when I was his age. Thank you, sir. Now let's ask. His mom, do you see this? This is Melvin's sneaker. I found it under his bed in a box of crackers. I found his other sneaker on top of his lamp. I found his toothbrush in his sock drawer and his socks on the dog. Once I found his homework stuck to the wall with a piece of pizza. I love Melvin, but he may be the messiest boy in the world. Thank you, ma'am. Now let's ask. Melvin, his best friend Jimmy. Melvin's the coolest kid I know. He can whistle the itsy bitsy spider through his nose. How's that book going so far? So far, so good. Now let's ask. His dog, woof, woof, arf, woof, woof, bark, woof, arf, bark, woof, 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 arf, bark, woof, woof, arf, bark, woof, woof, arf, bark, arf, arf, woof. Good boy. Now let's ask. His teddy bear. Gee, I've known Melvin for years now. Sometimes when he's feeling scared, I'll give him a great big hug. Where he's sad, I like to give him a great big hug. If he's feeling happy, I'll give him a great big hug. Once he was really angry about something, so I gave him a great big hug. That Melvin, he really likes hugs. Make sure that's in the book. Okay, I will. Now let's ask. Thank you for listening to me read.
My name's Tiernan and I'll be reading the Black Widow Spider. A grasshopper leaps into a black widow spider web and becomes tangled in it. Out darts a large female black widow spider. She has been hiding in a dark corner of her web. The grasshopper, which is much larger than the black widow, struggles to get loose. But the black widow spider uses her silk as a rope to tie the grasshopper more tightly into the web. If the black widow spider feels her life is in danger, she will also bite the grasshopper with her fangs, shooting poison into it. Once the grasshopper is dead, the black widow spider will settle down for a juicy dinner. Even the black widow's own mate is afraid of her. The male who enters her web only to mate is 3 or more times smaller than the female. If he climbs into her web when she is hungry or in a bad mood, she may eat him for dinner. No wonder she's called the black widow spider. Female black widow spiders also may bite humans. Who's surprised of disturb them? The male black widow is too small to bite through human skin, but poison from a female black widow can make a person ill. In some cases, it even causes death. The female black widow spider is America's most poisonous spider. Have you ever seen a black widow spider? Thank you for listening to me read.
My name is Mackenzie and I'm going to be reading Winter of the Ice Wizard. A cold wind rattled the window panes, but inside the house it was warm and cozy. Jack and Annie were making Christmas cookies with their mom. Jack pressed a star-shaped cookie into the cutter star-shaped cookie cutter into the dough. "Hey, it's snowing outside," said Annie. Jack looked out the window. Huge snowflakes were falling from the late afternoon sky. "You want to go out?" asked Annie. "Not really. It will be dark soon," said Jack. "That's right," said their mom. "Today's the first day of winter. It's the shortest day of the year." Jack's heart skipped and beat. "You mean it's the winter solstice?" he said. "Yes," said their mom. Annie gasped. "The winter solstice?" she said. "Yes," their mom said, puzzled. Jack and Annie looked at each other. Last summer, Merlin, the magician, had called for their help on the summer solstice. Maybe he would need them again today. Jack put the cookie cutter and whipped his hands on a towel. "Actually, Mom, it might be fun to play in the snow for just a few minutes," he said. "Whatever you want," their mom said. "Just dress warmly. I'll finish up with the cookies and put them in the oven." "Thanks," said Jack. He and Annie raced to the closet and pulled on their boots, and they threw on jackets, scarves, gloves, and caps. "Be home before dark," their mom said. Thank you for listening to me read.
My name is Ryan. I'm going to be reading If You Take a Mouse to School. If you take a mouse to school, he'll ask you for your lunchbox. When you give him your lunchbox, he'll want a sandwich and a snack for later. Then he'll need a notebook and some pencils. He'll probably want to share your backpack too. When you get to school, he'll put his things in your locker and take a look around. He might do a little math and spell a word or two. He'll even try a science experiment. Then he'll need to wash up. You'll have to take him to the bathroom once he's nice and clean. He'll be ready for his lunch. On the way to the lunchroom, he'll see some building blocks. He'll build a little mouse house and make some furniture out of clay. Then he'll need some books for his bookshelf. He'll start by writing one of his own, so he'll need a lot of paper. He'll probably use up all your pencils. When he's finished, he'll want to read his book to you. Then he'll want to take it home, so he'll put it in your lunchbox and tuck it in a safe place. When the bell rings, he'll run out to wait for the bus. While he's waiting, he'll play a quick game of soccer. Then he'll ask you to shoot a few baskets and do a little skateboarding. When he stops to catch his breath, he'll want to eat a snack, so he'll ask you for your lunch box. And chances are, if he asks you for your lunch box, you'll have to take him. Thank you for listening to me read.
My name is Gabriel, and I'm going to be reading There's a Nightmare in My Closet. There used to be a nightmare in my closet. Before going to sleep, I always close the closet door. I was even afraid to turn around and look. When I was safe in bed, I peek sometimes. One night, I decided to get rid of my nightmare once and for all. As soon as the room was dark, I heard him creeping towards me. Quickly, I turned on the light and caught him sitting on the foot of my bed. "Go away, nightmare, or I'll shoot you," I said. I shot him anyways. The nightmare began to cry. I was mad, but not too mad. Nightmare, be quiet, wake Mommy and Daddy, I said. He wouldn't stop crying, so I took him by the hand. and tucked him in bed and closed the closet door. I suppose there's another nightmare in my closet, but my bed isn't big enough for 3. Thank you for listening to me read.
My name is Cody. I'm going to be reading Scary Squirrel Makes a Friend. Scary Squirrel doesn't have a friend. He'd rather be alone and risk carrying someone's danger or squirrel can get bitten. He reads, he whistles, so Scary Squirrel finds interesting ways to pass the time all by himself. He reads, he whistles, he knits, he chats, he crafts, he yawns, he counts, until one day he spots goldfish, someone perfectly safe. The perfect friend counts Scary Squirrel. Bubbly, persistently, quiet, no teeth, squeaky clean, germ-free, doesn't do much but 100% safe. A few items Scary Squirrel needs to make the perfect friend: lemon, name tag, mitten, comb, mirror, air freshener, toothbrush, chew toy. How to make a perfect first impression: prepare freshly squeezed lemonade, make sure name tag is visible, tame bad hair day, brush teeth thoroughly, and practice now. Check for nutty breath and food caught between teeth. Wear mints to hide sweaty paws. Use pine scent to smell delightful. Follow the perfect plan. The perfect plan. Step 1. Toss down the chew toy to distract biters. Step 2. Use mirror to check hair and teeth. Step 3. Run to fountain. Step 4. Point to name tag and smile. Step 5. Offer lemonade. Step 6. Make the perfect friend. I am here. Goldfish is here. Stay away from piranha and instead ponds. Don't talk to suspicious bunnies. Beware of walrus. They're fast on their flippers. Avoid beavers. They could snap any moment. Watch out for Godzilla for obvious reasons. But let's say, just for example, that Scary Squirrel did come face to face with the pointedly biter. He knows. Thank you for listening to me read.
My name is Brandon, and I'll be reading Raven. Raven came, all the world was darkness. The sky above was darkness. The water below was darkness. Men and women lived in the dark and cold. Raven was sad for them. He said, "I will search for light." Raven flew across valleys, across mountains. He flew along rivers, over lakes. There was darkness all around. Then he saw a bit of light. He flew and came closer to the light. The light was at the edge of the water. The light came from the house of the sky chief. It was shining. Raven perched high on a pine tree on the shore. Raven watched. He saw a beautiful young girl emerging from the shining house and go to the edge of the water. She was the sky chief's daughter. She drank some of the water from the wolf basket. Raven changed himself into a pine needle. He fell down from the tree and floated into the water. The girl drank again. She swallowed the pine needle. After time, the girl gave birth to a child. The child was small and dark, with shiny black hair and tiny black eyes. Thank you for listening to me read.
Can you see me?
What do you love?
Reading!
And where do you go to school?
Scotten!
And what grade are you in?
Third grade!
And who's your teachers? And who are the best teachers in the whole world? Hip hip hooray! Hip hip hooray! Hey! Okay.